Hi, this is Lucy, and this is Tuesday Talks at 3. Welcome to our Taking Back Control series. It is the month of July, and we have officially crossed over the second half of the year. And what does that mean? It simply means that, well, in this context at least, that there was something that you had set out to do in the beginning of the year. And the question now is, where are you at? Have you managed to achieve this? Are you looking at like a monitoring and evaluation of where you're meant to be? To be able to understand where it is that you're at and how it is you want to move forward. It is the middle of the year. You really have no excuse. Well, these series are actually focusing on those areas of our lives that need our attention. So we've done already 6 months. What does it mean for you that now we have done those 6 months? How are we going to be moving forward as we look at the things that we want to do? And I can see you all coming in. Great to see you there, Maria Jerry. Great to see you, Date. Great to see you, Authenticity Coach. And I believe that is our guest today. Just waiting for her to join. Let me see whether I can send her an invite right there. 1 minute. Yep, there we got her. And we are inviting her. Great. So, in this episode, we seek to know how we are becoming, who we are becoming, I beg your pardon, and who we want to be, who we are becoming and who we want to be. My guest today is an authenticity coach and grief therapist. And she is the founder of Anava Healing Center, which focuses on helping people uncover, recover, and discover their authentic selves. And her name is Pastor Mweni. So as we are welcoming Pastor Mweni, let us see. I haven't seen her on the screen yet. Pastor Mweni, if you could just accept the invite, and if you're unable to do so, if you could ask to join, all you have to do is click the little icon there of the video, and then you can be able to join us. So our topic today is taking back control of your spirituality. And many people would ask, what is your spirituality? And I'm sure that once Pastor is here, she will begin to break it down for us. Now, looking at that part of our lives, we want to be able to know how we are centered, how we are grounded. Why is it important now? Because just like in a business background, when you set out your plans, when you set out to do something, there always has to be an element of checking it out and seeing, where are we now? And whether it is periodical of every week, we check in every month, or every 3 months, or every 6 months, or you wait until the end of the year and you look at your full year results. This already is something that you would be able to use. It would serve you well if you were to copy and paste it in anything that you do in life. So if I was to give you an example right now, with the challenges that we are having as people today, and being able to measure anything that we are doing, it would be like the gym. Perhaps I need to go to the gym for one reason or the other. And that will be me taking back control of going back to the gym. But that could just be a statement that really means a lot of nothing if you do not apply the reason why you're doing this. And when you apply the reason you're doing this, it allows you to begin to measure. So simply put, if I give the example that we have currently in our country, where the taxes have gone up for one reason or the other, therefore there's a multiplier effect in everything that we use in our livelihood. For instance, if you were to get onto public means, that price has gone up. If you walk into a grocery store, the price of that item was so much last week, but this week it's gone up. Whatever it is that you're doing, you're choosing, perhaps you drive a car, the fuel has gone up. Now, this is a multiplier effect when taxes go up. Now, you want to measure because your salary or your income has not gone up. It remains at the same place, or I hope that yours has gone up. But for every general Kenyan, every Kenyan that you would pass on the street, whether it is their hustle, whether it is their salary, whether it is money that is being given to them like a grant, it remained the same in the last 2 weeks. It then calls that you would want to measure and see, what is it that I have spent? What is the value that I have received? Do I really need this? So you go back and you start asking yourself questions. Well, I can see that we haven't yet been joined. By our guest. So I'm just going to go jump right into it and just cover the areas. As I was doing my research, I came across a quote by Michelle Obama. And this quote is written in the book Becoming. And like I said at the beginning, we're going to be looking at who it is that we are becoming and who it is we want to be. Is that the same person or are those two different people? So in her book, Michelle Obama, and I will read it, said, this is one of the quotes. There were many. There were so many quotes, but I picked on this one. We were planting seeds of change, the fruit of which we might never see. We had to be patient. Just looking at this particular quote and then reading it and internalizing it brought me to this topic of today, of taking back control of our spirituality. Because in actual sense, it is that feeling that we have within us that we hold true. That feeling that is so innate that we want to keep on going back to, like as if we are drawing from this fountain of life, that without that spirituality, whatever it is that we believe in will amount to nothing. So I believe in God. Maybe you do not believe in God and you believe in something else. You believe in your own strength, or you believe in the materialistic aspect of life. The thing is, you are believing in something and you keep on going back to drawing strength from there. I believe in God and I use the Bible as my guidance of how I would move from one step to the other. It's not always easy because there are certain things that are expected of me that are not easy. In my faith, we have the 10 commandments, and then we've got the 2 largest commandments of love. And these are things that I aspire to live by. Now, when Michelle Obama said this in her quote, what came to me were 2 things. She understood her why. Now, what is your why? Do you know your why? Do you know where it is you are drawing that fountain of strength from, that fountain of life from? I will read again the quote. Michelle Obama said, we were planting seeds of change, the fruit of which we might never see. We had to be patient. What is it that you are planting today? Are you planting something where you need immediate returns? Think about a seed. Every time a farmer sows the seed, he or she does not keep on going back to dig it out and see how it is progressing. They know that they need to prepare the land. And as they prepare the land, then they come and they plant the seed. And as they plant the seed, they continue to nurture it. And as they nurture it, they know that the seasons are coming and going, and the harvest season will come. Now, some plants will be harvested earlier than others, but that does not mean that the one plant that is going to take longer is any less than the one that is taking a shorter time. So if we stop press right there, and we think about your spirituality and your level of knowing where you're at, just because there are those who seem to be ahead of you, and that they are working with a special, shall I say, quicker return, doesn't mean that they are better than you, who is taking a bit longer and have your harvest date at a different time. In fact, you may read it all wrong, get challenged and intimidated, that you end up going back and unearthing your seed clearly. you know that once you do that, the chances of replanting and getting the same kind of quality of plant that you were going to have lies in the balance. So when you're thinking about that idea of a farmer, I know this for a fact because growing up, I grew up on a farm. And these were things that we did. And my mother was the farmer. And she ensured that she showed us how to plant. She knew, I don't know how to explain it, but she knew the layout of her farm. And she knew what she was planting, where and when, and how long or how short it was going to take for the harvest. She had no doubt. Now, if the rain did not come, then she got worried about a certain crop, saying it may never reach fruition or the harvest that she is looking for. So back to Michelle Obama, planting the seeds of change, the fruit of which we might never see. What is it that you're doing today that is impacting your environment, the world around you, that you may never see the fruit of, and that you are okay with it? Because in what you have done, you've played your part today. You have prepared the ground and you have planted the seed. And you are trusting, you have hope that those who will be there for the harvest will benefit from what you've done, will benefit from your legacy. And this is what is so important about taking back control of your spirituality, of that fountain where all your strength is coming from, where you're drawing from. Now, one of the things about looking at the spirituality and this fountain of wealth is that you need to be clear on what you believe. Michelle Obama said we had to be patient. Therefore, she suggests that there was a process. And this is my take. I don't know what you feel or what you think. You can share with me right here on the stream, and we can sample it. My understanding of what Michelle Obama said is that we have to be patient. She, in fact, her words were, we had to be patient. I want to believe that already the fruits of that seed are already being seen. And if not, we can already see the plant growing. So are you clear about what you believe? So let's take that for a moment. What do you believe? I believe that I was created in the image of God. And I believe that I was given talents and skills that I apply in my everyday life. I believe this. This is my what. I know that I am set for a certain calling. I am not like so-and-so. I am uniquely made. Do you believe this about yourself? Or are you perhaps very crowded about the different aspects of your life? When you're at home, you have got a child, you've got a spouse, you've got a parent-in-law who perceives you to be lesser than you are. Do you then measure yourself with that person? What do you believe? It's so important that you get to this point. And the help is out there. There's help with mentors, help with coaches like myself. There's help with people who will hold your hands in your environment. And you have heard me speak about this before. You need to build a village for yourself. So that question is, are you clear about what you believe? I am clear. I can help you be clear. And all you have to do is just sign up for one of my sessions. And we'll be able to get talking about the things that you need to be clear about, because it keeps you grounded. Once you know what it is that you believe, there's no being shaken. You know, for instance, that we are heading out in this direction, and you are sure about it, and you know the why you're heading out. Why am I heading out? So the what is where I'm going. It allows you to have clear priorities. It just puts you right bang there when you know what it is that you believe, that these are my priorities. All the others become non-issues, or they become supplementary. It's totally up to you how you want to play it. But at least you know that you are clear about what you believe. And it keeps you focused. The beautiful thing about staying focused is that that's where all your energy flows. The distraction will come because this is life. And if you are, can and like me, the distraction of the standard of living that has gone really high in this country can be a reality. But then if I shift my focus to that standard of living, I then have all my energy going that way. The choice is mine. Where do you want your energy to flow? Because once you are clear, then you are able to have innovation. You're able to look at something differently. And that brings me to the second part, which is understand why you believe what you believe. Now, understanding why you believe what you believe, it takes out the ambiguity. You know, you ask yourself, why am I on this route? Some of you could have decided to homeschool your children. And of course, there was backlash. Of course, there's those people who are going to come back to you and say, what makes you think that you are very well put in a position to be able to educate your children? Of course, there's backlash. But then you understand why you believe what you believe, and you ask, why this route? What are all the positive outcomes of me homeschooling my children? And that is when you stay on your track. You're curious about your decision. You're conscious about what you're doing. So every day you have a teachable moment. Yes, you have a syllabus. Yes, you report to a certain board that allows you to do your examinations. You do this. It is structured so that when your child moves on, they are recognized and accepted in the institutions outside your home. So you're curious about what it is you're doing, and you're conscious of every day you apply to that consciousness. And then guess what? You get connected to your belief. It is super beautiful when you are able to understand why you believe what you believe, and then you make it a reality. It opens you up to different perspectives. That's number two. And what do I mean by being opened up to different perspectives? Different perspectives could be that the different routes towards that destination are available. And you don't want to spread yourself thin, but you want to take it under advisement that these other routes exist. However, at this point, I'm understanding why I am taking what it is that I'm taking, because in this confidence that is going to be built within you, it helps you to defend your beliefs against opposition. It is so powerful when you're able to do that, when you're able to see that this is what I do and this is how I do it. It is a decision-making tool. And when you have a decision-making tool that helps you to understand even further how you can progress, because then you're not stuck. A decision-making tool coming from a point of understanding your why is powerful. So that in the event of success, you're able to claim it and say, yes, I have this right. In the event of failure, you are able to accept and say, this is a learning curve. This is a stepping stone. So understanding why you believe what you believe helps you to be curious, conscious, and connected to your belief. It helps you to open up to different perspectives. It is a decision-making tool, and it accords you the confidence to defend your beliefs against the opposition. The third one that I'd like us to do, to look at and explore, is what I was saying right in the beginning, where I was encouraging you to look at focusing on the areas that need our attention. And today it was all about who we are becoming and who we want to be. The question lies here. Is it the same person, or are they two different people? Are you becoming because of this belief? And is that person the person that you want to be? I hope you can see clearly how this can be two different people, and at the same time, it can be the same person. Now, when we look at being aware of who you are becoming as a result of what you believe, we are looking at our mindset. The mindset is powerful because the way you approach any situation in life, your mindset takes front center. When you walk into a place and you are seeing possibilities, you're looking at a growth mindset. When you're walking into a place and you're coming in already biased, That's a fixed mindset. So this shapes your mindset. Being aware of who you are becoming as a result of what you believe shapes your mindset. You start thinking in a certain way. You start attracting people in a certain way. You start sharing as somebody who's a thought leader in a specific way. You begin to learn to say no to certain things so that you can say yes to who you're becoming. Because perhaps who you want to be has got nothing to do, or even it has got no reflection on the kind of person that you are. So it is who you're becoming as a result of your belief. Embrace that. You get a strong sense of identity. And in today's world, you do need a strong sense of identity because there's so many options. And you may find yourself being very confused and not knowing where to settle. So just being able to be aware of who you're becoming as a result of what you believe in gives you a strong sense of identity, because that is how you're going to show up and that is how you're going to show out. Meaning, when you step out, you are going to be in a specific way based on your beliefs. Now, when we talk about beliefs, beliefs can be positive and can be negative. But because you are aware of who you are becoming by what you believe, you will be able to pick them out. And you'll have an understanding of your light and your dark sides. We all have light sides, and we all have dark sides. And there's nothing demonic about it. It's just you understanding where are your areas of improvement. It could be certain components of your life which are emotions that are destructive, behaviors that are not up to par with who it is that you believe you are. Because it is said there are 4 types of beliefs. The first one is behavioral belief. There's the behavior, how you behave. There's the unconscious belief. You don't even know that you have that belief until you sit with a coach or a mentor or a counselor and it is brought forward to the third type of belief, which is your conscious belief. And then you have your rational beliefs. These 4 types of beliefs present themselves differently. But guess what? Who is a constant? You. So you want to be able to understand what is my light and what is my dark side. And I have a session that takes us through that. It is called the Core Values. And we'll be looking at setting up a Core Values course in the last quarter of the year. You want to be looking out on our social media platforms. And I'll be doing Core Values. Just having an awareness of who you're becoming because of what you believe opens you up to empathy. Empathy is powerful because empathy with self, this is where we start. And then we have empathy for others, empathy for situations or the environment. When you see somebody throw out something from their vehicle, or a garbage truck dropping stuff, this is you now having a responsibility to have empathy for the environment. What are you going to do about it? How are you going to show up and show out for the environment? When you are seated amongst people and certain expectations are needed and you find that there are those who are struggling, or there are those who are blocked by language so they don't understand what's going on, or maybe they have certain disabilities. This is empathy for you to understand where they're coming from. What are you going to do about it? And then comes yourself. In fact, we should have started the other way around. Empathy begins with you. Until you understand what empathy is, only then can you serve it. So are you becoming an empath? Are you already an empath? And are you building up on it? Are your beliefs building you into an empathetic being? This is the beauty about taking back control of your spirituality. It is that place within you that you are pulling strength from, that you need to be able to nurture. It is the 7th month of the year. You made promises beginning of the year. You want to go back in and check with yourself. Does it run deep? Is it still running? Has it stopped running? Is it still being filled? What are you doing today to ensure that this is running and therefore it serves you, serves others, and serves the world around you? Well, as we come to the end of our session today, you want to remain connected. You want to remain curious. You want to remain conscious about your beliefs. Whatever your beliefs are, you will challenge them from time to time because you are growing. The thing is, it is about taking back control of your spirituality. Who are you? What are you about? What is your why? Who are you becoming? Are you embracing this person and challenging yourself? So we've come to the end of our session today, and I'd like to thank you all for being here with me. This particular episode will be up on our YouTube channel, which is LMC, this evening. Yes, by this evening, it's going to be up on LMC. Hop on there and just make sure that you like, you subscribe, and you share. Now, have you ever felt like someone has the remote control of your life? Well, I have the solution for you. 5 proven tools to get you back in control with the remote control in your hand. We are taking back control. This program that I'm introducing to you is called The Awakening Self. And it is a program with tools to empower you to overcome self-doubt, self-guilt, imposter syndrome. I went through depression, and this depression, as I came out from underneath it and came out into the light, birthed the Awakening Self. And I'll be running Awakening Self next week from the 17th to the 21st, every lunch hour, East African time. That is 1 p.m. to 2:30. So you've got 90 minutes every day as I take you through my story and the tools that help me get to where I am, to the Lucy that you were seeing on the screen today, to manage my self-doubt, my self-guilt, to manage my imposter syndrome, and to keep the depression away. It has worked for me. It can work for you. Early bird closes today at 5 p.m. We are extending it till tomorrow. Otherwise, it was ending today. Check out our social media platforms for the link. Ensure that you click there, you register, you've got your till number there that will help you to make the payment, and let us meet online on Zoom on Monday the 17th. When we meet here again next week for Tuesday Talks at 3, we'll be giving the success stories of people who are already connecting to that story of taking back control and being awoken. Only you can awaken yourself. Let us help build one another. Until then, be kind to yourselves. Bye-bye now.